Hello, welcome to HITC Sport, and predictions are the bane of my life. Usually. But I think this month might be different. Usually, you're right, I wouldn't be able to predict my own birthday. To be fair, during my childhood, it wasn't so much a day of celebration, it was just my mother crying in the kitchen and chucking beer cans at my head. But this time out, I don't know. Maybe it's because I did my group stage predictions only about 2 weeks ago, but I think I might have actually gotten a few right. So right, let's crack out these ones, and then I'll predict the last 16 before Saturday. Right, let's go. Group A, first Italy. They're going to have another monster of a tournament. So with this group, 9 points in top of the group. And you know what, lads, during the group stage, they'll only concede once. Trust me, sink it in. I was so damn close. If Gareth Bale, a man who earned £600,000 a week, had just scored this chance. I know it's a volley, but he's unchallenged, and a 4-time Champions League winning forward should be scoring this in his sleep. If he had, that would be the one goal the Italians conceded, and I would look like Paul the Octopus on steroids. But no, 3 clean sheets instead. But lads, I predicted them to claw 9 points and have an utter monster of a tournament. By the way, just to clarify, when I say monster, I do mean an imposing one like the Incredible Hulk. Not, you know, a depressed Mike Wazowski who can't get it up. So let's just clarify that, right? I'm saying they will have a good tournament. Very good, and yeah, just watch this face, lads. I could yet look like an utter genius. Second, Turkey. This isn't a stellar Turkish team. Don't expect any Euro 2008 miracles, but they'll grind out a narrow 1-0 win over Wales in Baku. This is a bad start. Grind out a win in Baku. I'm sorry, Turkey utterly hopeless. And I'm sorry, but trying to get tournament goals out of an exhausted drain pipe like Burak Yilmaz, it's a bit like asking Stevie Wonder to describe the colours of the rainbow. They'll beat Switzerland in Baku, so yeah, 6 points in second place. Lads, I'm gonna say it, this was the most embarrassing Turkey performance since we sent Dustin the Puppet to Eurovision. Yes, lads, this fella, a guy who looks like a cross between Katie Hopkins and a sweaty Jim Sock, he's actually a national treasure. He's essentially our answer to Ollie Murs. But lads, this Turkey side, football hipsters across the globe tip them as dark horses. As far as dark horses go, yeah, I guess they perform like Seabiscuit if you'd fed him nothing but pints of heroin for months, just stumbling about with absolutely no direction. Dark horse, more like a paralytic donkey. You know, that clinically depressed one from Winnie the Pooh. I thought they'd beat Wales and Switzerland, wind up with 6 points. Second in the group, How about 1 goal scored, 8 conceded, and a big fat 0 points? You had 2 games in Azerbaijan, which isn't exactly Istanbul and home advantage, but it's definitely more of a home advantage than for the goddamn Welsh. I mean, how much do you reckon Pete from Swansea would need to pay for those sort of flights? He'd probably have to sell his wife and kids in a Tunisian desert. Third, Wales. Their opening match with Switzerland is a mammoth game. Gareth Bale will step up, they'll squeak a 1-goal win. So yeah, third on 3 points and scraping by the width of a squirrel's eyelash into the knockout rounds. Again, no. Listen, I thought with Ryan Giggs probably stuck at home playing Cluedo with the cat in between intensively studying the Green Mile, I thought that would have a knock-on effect on performances. No, Wales draw with Switzerland, beat Turkey, and Gareth Bale could even afford to stick a penalty into the Pacific Ocean, and they still finished second in the group. Yeah, I underestimated you lads, but could you blame me when you travelled to Roma with a midfielder from Stoke? I wouldn't even feel comfortable bringing a Stoke midfielder to the zoo, never mind an international tournament. By the way, I was trying to hit half a million subscribers as soon as possible. Go on. If you haven't hit that, smack that red button. Just go and do it. Go on. You would be the greatest legend on the planet. Anyway, back into the video. Fourth, Switzerland. Sorry lads, but you'll choke here. 3 defeats, 0 points. It's gonna look pretty damn ugly. Okay, I'm not sure if there's any Swiss fans in the comments, but if there are, go on. Feel free to verbally desecrate me. Go on, just pick up a chunk of your shepherd's pie and smear it all over the screen, because I deserve it. I thought you'd lose every single match. Yes, against Italy you were made to look like a bunch of dehydrated sheep, and I fully expect a Liverpool bench warmer like Jordan Shaqiri to be chucking up his lungs after 20 minutes. No, instead you're third in the group, and he's rivaling for the goddamn golden boot. Group B, first Belgium. But anyway, they win all the 3 games. Romelu Lukaku will help himself to a hat-trick against Finland to put himself in prime position for the golden boot. Just you wait and see. No hat-trick against Finland for Lukaku, and Belgium won all 3 games. Although again, I'm pretty sure your dog could have predicted that. If they had dropped points, Roberto Martinez would arguably have been stripped a month's wages and go and told to live in a shed. Lads, they were even able to bring 2 Crystal Palace strikers on against Finland. Come on, that's like boxing someone with one arm tied behind your back. Second, Denmark. But this is a decent Denmark team, and crucially, Christian Eriksen is back on form. Christian Eriksen is back in form. Oh, comfortable home wins over Finland and Russia. Yeah, they lose to Belgium, but second in the group on 6 points. Okay, I'll be honest, when Denmark lost up to Finland, I thought this prediction was very quickly gonna look like wet pig mucus from the snout. But to be fair, they snuck in the second on just 3 points. They lost 2 games, won 1 and still qualified. That's like taking a driving exam, you crash into a lamppost, run over a small child, but hey, I guess because you knew how to parallel park, let's get this man a driving license. To be fair though, Denmark were obviously distracted in the first game, performed out of their skins on the first half against Belgium before utterly eating Russia for breakfast. So to be fair, they did deserve to go through. Third, Russia. No, it's an aging, burnt out Russian team. They'll beat Finland, squeak 3 points, but that's about it. Please don't send Khabib to burn down my house. I was so close to predicting this group perfectly. Maybe if the Russians hadn't suffered an utter meltdown in Copenhagen on the final day, they might have squeaked above Finland into third. Make no mistake about it, this Russian team was a big bag of sweaty sand. Sure, they beat Finland. I should hope so. Their best player plays for goddamn Norwich. I'm sorry, but a World Cup quarter-finalist to be finishing bottom of this group? I can only assume Stanislav Cherchesov is going to be very quickly invited to Vladimir Putin's house for dinner and immediately fed to a family of hungry pigs. Fourth, Finland. But considering the fact you're playing both Denmark and Russia in their own backyards and given a mammoth game against a Belgium team who will pick you apart like Swiss dry cheese, 0 points and a goal difference of -8. 0 points and a goal difference of -8. No! How about a famous 3 points and a goal difference of -2? Lads, I underestimated Finland, but they still didn't qualify, so. Group C, first Ukraine. I'm predicting Andrei Shevchenko's men will stifle them in Amsterdam and grab a draw, then beat North Macedonia 2-0 in Bucharest before squeaking out a 1-goal win over Austria. Okay, don't get me wrong, Andrei Shevchenko could still do something at this tournament, but I predicted Ukraine to finish top of the group, and they only squeaked into third. Yep, another one wrong. Second, Netherlands. All their matches are in Amsterdam. You know, the city that smells like Snoop Dogg's clothes. 5 points second, but just wait for the meltdown in the knockout round. You know what? I think we were all guilty of underestimating Frank de Boer. Now, I'm not saying that a coach who survived a month at Crystal Palace is a good manager. Ask Inter Milan fans. Ask Atlanta United fans. The guy's got the tactical brain of a dilapidated pigeon. But clearly the Dutch players are, just refusing to listen to the man. Because I'm sorry, 3 wins, 9 points, 8 goals scored. This isn't Frank de Boer football. It's not. So yeah, another one wrong. Third, Austria. I'm predicting they'll start off by beating North Macedonia 2-1 in Bucharest. They'll get a draw with Holland before narrowly losing a crucial final match against Ukraine. That leaves them third in the group on 4 points. It's not terrible. Nah, instead second on 6 points. Thanks, Ukraine! I was tipping Shevchenko to be some sort of tactical guru. The next one getting linked with top jobs. I'm sorry, but what is special about losing to an Austria team with a pasted Chinese Super League hamburger stuffed up front? Anyway, well done, Austria, you proved me wrong. Fourth, North Macedonia. 0 points, bottom of the group, goodbye. You know what? I'm not gonna celebrate this one. If you didn't predict North Macedonia to lose every single game in the group, then clearly you've got the bald knowledge of a broken kettle. Come on, it's North Macedonia. The fact that a nearly 40-year-old Goran Pandev actually grabbed a goal when his knee cartilage must surely look like burnt mozzarella. For that alone, they'll probably spend the rest of the summer with a big fat smile on his face. But listen, they conceded 8 goals, scored twice, and didn't even ever take the lead in a game. For all those football hipsters out there, pretty anticlimactic. Group D, first England. It's coming home! Listen, England have a great squad. You will obviously not win this competition. Honestly, if you do, I'll spend an entire weekend living outside of Wembley in a cardboard box, and you can all throw your lunch leftovers at my face. Won't that be fun? I'm not worried. You'll win this group. It'll be a narrow 2-1 win over Croatia, which will get everyone excited before again thumping Scotland 3-0 at Wembley before grinding out a boring 1-0 win over the Czech Republic. But just wait for the knockout round. Listen, I wasn't too far off here. I predicted a 2-1 win over Croatia at Wembley, and you won 1-0. Yeah, I predicted a thumping 3-0 win over Scotland, but clearly I hadn't banked on Harry Kane morphing into postman Pat, and both English fullbacks forgetting how to cross the damn ball. But what is with the meltdown? Lads, don't forget 2010 Spain, the greatest international side of all time, began that World Cup losing to Switzerland. And I'm pretty sure we didn't have Spanish vloggers getting kicked out of the stadium for kicking seats. But finally, I predicted a stale, boring 1-0 win over Czech Republic. Oh, let's play that one again.
For grinding out a boring 1-0 win over the Czech Republic.
Lads, you all watched the game. Tell me, was it a boring 1-0 win? I was watching the Scotland game as I'd rather scrub my eyes with Vaseline than watch Jack Grealish on the Wembley turf. But it sounded like the second half, especially, was about as exciting as watching Pictionary Hour down your local nursing home. Unless you're Wayne Rooney, you're going to be bored to teeth. But yes, I predicted England to top the group. So yeah, I'll take that. Second, Croatia. Yeah, a losing start to England won't be ideal, but they'll recover to beat the Czechs 3-1 in Glasgow before travelling to Hampden Park to face a Scotland team fighting for their lives. I see that one as a 1-1 draw, so what's that? Second on 4 points, I guess. Well, second on 4 points is correct, but lads, I just got the results back to front. Yes, they did win 3-1 in Glasgow. It was just against Scotland, not the Czech Republic. And yes, they did scramble a 1-1 draw. It was just against the Czechs. And they did lose by a 1-goal margin to the English and did wind up second on 4 points. You know what, lads, I don't care. I'm taking this as a big, fat, massive win. Third, Scotland. It'll be a big 2-0 win over the Czechs in Glasgow. Sure, you'll have your arses handed to you by England, but then a dramatic draw with Croatia. Third, 4 points and separated on goal difference, but still through to the next round. A big 2-0 win over the Czechs in Glasgow. No. How about a big 2-0 loss where the goalie gets lobbed by Willany from 50 yards? We've all seen him kick a football. He looks like he's got weaker calves than a malnourished mother cow. I predicted 4 points in third place for Scotland. Instead, 1 point in fourth place. But you know what, lads? Am I the only one who think this doesn't really reflect their performances? I'm describing, but Scotland were not just 1 point better than North Macedonia. I mean, come on. They were just stuffed in a much harder group. Fourth, Czech Republic. Oh, lads, this is going to be sad. I remember when Czech Republic were actually good at tournaments, but look at them now. About to finish bottom of the group behind Scotland with 0 points. Bottom of the group on 0 points. No, third on 4 points. I'm not good at this. Group E, first Spain. Here's the size of Spain's task this month. Beat Sweden, Poland and Slovakia on home soil. Think you can manage that? Honestly, it's like being given a daily to-do list of eating a bowl of Cocoa Pops, stacking the dishwasher and going to bed. It's remarkably easy. Really? Because they only managed to beat one of those teams. The Spain team were dangerously close to getting knocked out in the group stages, which would have been more embarrassing than eloping with your cousin. And the fat cousin whose forehead looks like a sweaty pizza. There was nothing easy about this group. Nothing at all. Spanish fans probably spent the month squirming as if they were just watching the human centipede with their mother. I predicted first. No, second. Second, Poland. Poland have the best striker in the world in their squad. That is the only reason I'm tipping them to finish above Sweden. Lewandowski will help them beat Slovakia and Russia. They'll lose to Spain and then snatch a draw with Sweden to sneak through on 4 points. I don't know how Poland managed to lose to Slovakia. And guess what, lads? That cost them qualification. I predicted second. No, dead last in the group. And I'm sorry, Paulo Sousa. You can probably add a 10th sacking to your career now. Third, Sweden. Sorry, Sweden, you'll get a stale 0-0 draw with Slovakia, and then maybe a 1-0 draw with Poland. 2 points, third, and home time. 2 points, third, and home time? No, how about 7 points on top of the damn group? And hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is another Scandinavian fairy tale a la Denmark 92. And sure, if I'm wrong, if Sweden end up winning this tournament, then I'll go on. I'll get a tattoo of Pontus Jansson on my body. Right here on my nose, let's go. Oh god, no. Fourth, Slovakia. You'll scrape a draw with Sweden, but sorry lads, bottom of the pile on one sad and lonely point. No, listen. I'm not sure how Slovakia managed to beat Poland. I really don't, because I'm calling it, they were the worst team at the tournament. They just lost 5-0 to a Spain team who couldn't score. And yeah, I should have been right when I called them to finish last in the group. The fact they wound up third on 3 points. Group F. First, Portugal. Anyway, it's a rematch with Hungary. The same Hungary team who nearly dumped them out of Euro 2016 in the group stage. That was a 3-3 draw. Not this time out. Gonna be a comfortable 3-0 win for the Portuguese. Sorry. What? Say that again, please.
It's gonna be a comfortable 3-0 win for the Portuguese.
Yes! Oh, and they call me predictions answer to Donkey from Shrek, i.e. someone with the brain made of cauliflower. But look at that! 3-0 in Budapest. Then travelling to Munich to face Germany. A tough test, but I reckon they'll show some defensive steel. And then a late sucker punch to win 2-1, which will be a mammoth win. And then an entertaining 2-2 draw with France in Budapest. Top of the table with 7 points. I'm sorry, an entertaining 2-2 draw with France. Sure, I pissed the Germany result up a tree. I don't care. I just correctly predicted 66% of Portugal's results to a T. But annoyingly, they still didn't finish first. They somehow wound up third. Second, France. I reckon they'll be held to a tight and stale 0-0 draw with Germany and Munich. They'll obviously swat Hungary aside with these, maybe a 4-0 win, and then that 2-2 draw with the Portuguese. So I make that second place on 5 points. I predicted France to come second. No, instead top of the group. Although, considering their measly total of 5 points would have seen them finish second in every other group, then they got damn lucky. So yeah, at least I predicted how many points they'd get. Third, Germany. Home advantage will help them squeak a draw with France, but a defeat to Portugal will leave them praying for a win against Hungary, and they will. 1-0, Serge Gnabry winner in a tense match, but a world of pain awaits them in the knockout round. A world of pain awaits them in the knockout rounds. I might have to revise that considering they're now playing England. But yeah, just wait for my last 16 predictions to see how I think that one's gonna go. Listen, I predicted Germany to come third, no second. And the most unconvincing second you'll ever see in your life, fourth Hungary. I mean, do I really need to explain this one? So fair play Hungary, I predicted you to finish last and you did, but you performed way above what anyone thought. I make that 7. 7 correct predictions out of 24. If that was a school exam, that is 29%. Imagine getting 29% in an exam. How would you be happy? Because my mother would have probably smacked me in the head with a lamp. 29%, that's the type of score that might be acceptable for someone who gets homeschooled and has to shower with their sister. Maybe then, but good Christ. Anyway, maybe I can redeem myself with my last 16 predictions. Maybe. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.